Gang, here on my home street here. Got some police, crisis van, not sure what's going on, but here we are. Thought I'd go live just because it's just me. Never know what to expect, right? 7:59. My wife told me she saw these cars on her way home. Thought I'd come check out, see what's going on. Not sure what this thing is. Official use only. Care 7 Crisis Response Team, supported by the Assistance League of East Valley, Inc. Anybody want to look up this company or whatever it is and see what they're all about? Hey, 6th Estate. Hey, all. How you doing? Adjust my focus. It's a cell phone. I don't think I got a focus on here, do I? I could wipe off the lens. That might help. Hang on a sec. Alright, tell me if that's any better. I think I'll actually sit down here. Just being a little lazy today, that's all. Yeah, the video looks good. That's good. Just your focus. Oh, just your focus is your channel name, bastard. Change your channel name. That's funny. That's funny. Of course, my channel name is kind of a command too. Anybody look them up and see what that is? Just got a message from the auditors of Arizona, something at 3rd Ave and Southern. Pretty far from me though, and as you can see, I'm in the middle of something. Not sure what, but probably going to be pretty uneventful. Quiet little neighborhood here. The name on the side of the van. I could go get it, I suppose. Care 7. Care 7 Crisis Intervention, I think it said. But it also has a Tempe. So what is it? Is it, you know, taxpayer kind of paid thing, or is it a private corporation? It said incorporated. So I don't know. There we go. I could see them both. So yeah, look up Care 7 Crisis something or other. Probably pop right up in Google when you type that in. Imagine that's a private company, but how can they put the Tempe logo right on their door? Can I put a Tempe logo on my door? I'll go ask them what's going on, and we'll get another look at the sign. Any trouble? Any trouble going on? No? Okay. So who's Care 7 Crisis? You guys work for the city or your own?
We do. I'm a city employee.
Okay. Almost looks like a private corporation because it says incorporated.
So the Assistance League has donated supplies to us in the past.
I see.
But no, city-funded program.
Okay, cool.
Are you videotaping?
Yes.
Can I ask that you please
Well, if you work for the public, then I'm allowed to. She didn't want to be videotaped, so I videotaped her. Actually, there's no tape involved anymore. We all gave up tape years ago, didn't we? So to look them up? Anybody find anything? Let me look at the chat. Volunteer organization, but they work for the city. She works for the public. I don't know. And even if it was a private company, she's out in public. So that's just how this works. My chat keeps disappearing off the screen. I don't know how to get it to stay up there. It's hard to read what you guys are saying. I'm trying. Crisis Response Network. Got the address there. Thank you for that. Volunteer org for crisis intervention. He didn't seem to want to tell me what was really going on. What's really going on? No idea how long we'll be here. Any of you guys do a lot of live streams? It's really hard to keep this chat on the screen. It appears for about a second and then goes away. If I scroll through it, it seems to stay up a little bit longer and then wants to disappear. So, disappearing chat sucks, so it's not just me. You would think they'd have options for that, right? Swipe your finger. Sounds naughty, but I didn't get to read it all. Swipe your finger. Damn it. This is a challenge. This is the worst part of live streaming, huh? Disappearing chat. Disappearing chat. Put your finger down where the chat is to scroll back. But yeah, it doesn't stay up very long. Oh, I see. Okay. I was hitting a little chat icon, but that's an extra click. Anyway, thanks for joining. They wouldn't seem to tell me what's going on here. Nothing too serious, I guess. I don't see any, no ambulance or anything like that. My wife was on her way home and she told me about this scene. And yeah, she said that both of them had their doors open and there was a big pickup truck coming down the road, so she couldn't even go past. Keep touching screen. Yeah, that seems to help a little bit. A bit of a hassle, huh? Aaron said something, but it's in blue, so I can't even read it. School bus. Some of those school buses really haul ass down the street. I live right near the corner, and they like floor it as soon as they come out of that turn. They just floor it down the street. I'm guessing they get up to 45 or 50. Government, Human Services. Why would it be incorporated? It sounds like somebody's getting rich off of it. If it's incorporated, it's a corporation. Not necessarily publicly traded, but somebody's capitalizing off of somebody's crisis. That don't sound right. Anybody see my Gilbert video the other night? I just got out of my car I parked in the parking garage down there, the one where they actually managed to ID me because I was on my bicycle, and they, I'm new at this, and they had me believing I broke the law, and I ID'd myself. Shame on me, the cardinal sin of being out doing this. Anyway, I went there the other day, parked in that same parking garage. Just as I walk out of the garage, cop comes up to me, asks if he can help me. I said, no thanks. He says, well, you're not supposed to be in this building unless you're parked here. I said, I am parked here. Oh, okay. Well, can I get your name? No. Absolutely not. And then later in the video, met a really nice cop, or at least he acted nice, which, what more can you ask than for them to act nice? And, yeah, I had a lengthy discussion with him. And he said some stuff I agreed with. Look at the description on that video. That was my Gilbert one from a couple nights ago. If you haven't seen it, it's worth seeing. Especially the description that I wrote up on it about how they prey on innocent people. As soon as you get out of your car there in Gilbert, in the downtown area, they're right on you. They come up to you, ask you how you're doing, what you're doing. They inspect you, they investigate you. That was the one thing that kind of surprised me about the nice cop. He used to be a PIO officer, and now he's, I don't know what he's, a sergeant or something. But when I said how I'm not sure if it's against the law to approach people like that and, harass them as soon as they get out of their car, investigate them, and he says, oh, yeah, well, we're just investigating. Don't you need a crime to investigate? You can't investigate innocent people, right? Or if any of my neighbors are going to see me out here doing this. Keep touching screen. Yeah, I used to live off Gilbert and Guadalupe, so you know the area. It's like a half a mile from that heritage district where we were at. Have you ever seen that kind of behavior by the cops down there? Did you even go down there? East Valley lives really close to there, like walking distance. I'll try and zoom back out here. Not that way. Come on. My phone ain't so great. There we go. We're zoomed, I think, all the way back out again. Can't stay here too long. You figure these people probably have actual jobs to do somewhere. How many tax dollars can we spend having this police vehicle running, paying his salary, etc.? Didn't even have interaction when I lived in the valley. Was in college then. Tempe.gov for the crisis care, 7 care. Okay, so it's on the government website. So she didn't want to be filmed even though she works in the public sector and she's out in public. But she didn't give me too hard of a time when I told her I'm within my right to do this. More chat. Phone number. Okay. Cool. So what kind of crisis you suspect they come out for? Somebody threatening suicide or somebody that's depressed? I don't know. What kind of crises are there? Does it say on their website anything about the kind of crises they typically deal with? If you just joined, actually on my own street here, just a half dozen houses down or so, there's a police vehicle here. There's a crisis response unit. But other than that, I have no idea what's going on. But what kind of crises does Care 7 deal with? I imagine mental health stuff. What other crises could there be? I lost my keys. They probably don't come out for that. Locked my keys in the car. That's probably not an option either. Other than mental health crisis, what kind of crisis do you think there can be? She's already been here 15 minutes. Time flies. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Domestic violence, yeah, physical assault, etc. Suicide, physical. If there was physical violence, domestic violence, probably would have been more action here. See a few more vehicles, or of course I did show up a little bit late. And it just told me my battery is low. Not sure how low. Let me find out here. 7%, so I might only be good here for another 5 or 10 minutes too. Thought it was going to last longer, but not too much. Bought it on eBay for, I don't know, 10 bucks or something, and waited weeks and it didn't show up, and the guy said, it must have got lost, so I had him send another one. Waited weeks again and it didn't show up. He says, okay, well, and I said, why don't you overnight me one with a tracking number? He didn't want to do that. He says, well, I'll send another one, give it 7 days. So one shows up that's postmarked October 24th, which was weeks earlier. So maybe that was the first one they sent. Another one showed up today, also postmarked October 24th. Very strange. He asked me to refuse delivery on the one if it showed up after I got that one. And I wasn't there when the mailman got there, so I couldn't personally refuse delivery. So instead I wrote return to sender and threw it in the box. We'll see what happens there. Everybody hear me okay? I'm trying not to shout or anything, and it's pretty quiet here, so I figured you could probably pick it up. Streaming eats up battery, that makes sense. Solar Bluetooth speaker for juice. Okay. Unexpected deaths also mentioned. Yeah, there's no telling what might have happened earlier before I got here. Thought I would have heard some sirens though, if there was anything that critical going on. Working from the edge of society. Which edge? East or west? Huck. If your phone dies during your stream, ties up your stream for a while. Oh, nice. All right, thanks for that. I'll probably cut it short here then. It looks like whatever action might have gone on, I probably missed it mostly. East. Whatever's going on, I don't think it's all that critical right now. And some people don't like being filmed. You guys watching Eric Brandt at all? Just insane. He went into this police department, and I think this is all Colorado he's been dealing with lately. And he went in the police department with a woman who was trying to file a complaint. She tried to go there the other day to file a complaint, but they locked her out. They locked the lobby so she couldn't get in because they thought she was with Eric Brandt and some other protesters, and maybe she was, but regardless, she went there to file a legitimate complaint, and they wouldn't let her in. So she goes there today. The doors were open. She goes in with Eric and somebody else. And the internal affairs guy finally comes out. He says, okay, come on back. And she says, okay, but I'm going to bring one of these guys with me. And he says, oh, no, you can't bring anybody back here. She says, well, I don't feel safe going back there. I want to bring somebody, but you can't bring anybody back here. Oh, okay, I'll go back by myself then. So she goes back there, but she takes Eric's phone, who's live streaming. So instead of taking one person, she takes 250 people back there with her to watch the whole thing. Yeah, he's been crazy lately. His fuck the cops sign. He'd just go yelling it in the street. I bet if I yell that right now, I'll get thrown on the ground and arrested. 12 people. Welcome, everybody. I'm not sure what's going on here. Just crisis response van over here. She didn't want me filming her, but I told her too bad. I'm not sure how long they've been here or what happened before I got here. I don't think too much is going on right now, but who knows. And if you just tuned in, make sure you see my Gilbert video from the other day. I just went to the downtown area, parked in the parking garage, and within 1 minute a cop was on me asking what I'm doing here and if I will tell him who I am. It's ridiculous. And there was a guy in the video that told his story about he watched a guy that just pulled in, and the cops came up on him, swore that he had drugs, so they bring the canine out, searched his vehicle, didn't find anything. They took off. The guy wasn't going to stick around Gilbert and spend his money there after that, so he took off. And you wonder how many people they run out of their town just by being dicks. But we see it all the time when we go down there cop watching. You know, these guys, the cops on the bikes, on the bicycles, they turn off their headlights, real stealth-like. They drive up on cars that just pulled in, get real close so they can smell things and taste things and hear things and sense things, investigate where there's not necessarily a crime, in hopes that there's a crime so they can make some money for the city. At least that's my take on why they act that way. Yeah, probably getting pretty low on the battery here. Then Eric Brandt went down to a courthouse. Was peeking in the windows and stuff. He's hilarious. If you ever get a chance, watch his videos. Give me a 1 if you've seen Eric Brandt's videos. A 2 if you have not. Well, I don't like to call it cop blocking, just watching, but we have blocked some from violating people's rights too. So maybe that is what it is. But locally, I think we're trying to push towards calling ourselves, you know, a news service, a united news service, rather than auditing or cop watching. It has a nicer ring to it. It has more of a sound of legitimacy to what we're doing. Not that we need to, but you know. The perception, the public eye is everything. 1-1. All right. $14 people. Woohoo! It's pretty uneventful, but thanks for showing up. In case you just got here, I'm on my own street, just half dozen or a dozen houses down. My wife was on her way home and told me there was some activity down here. That van I just panned over at is the, what was it, Care 7 Crisis Intervention van. Because everybody knows a van can intervene with crises. Let me zoom back out here. And if you just tuned in, I'm about to lose my battery, so there might not be much more of me before you lose me. I'm going to check my battery again. It's probably going to kick me off for a sec. Hang in there. Yeah, I'm on 2% on my battery. That's not good. Extremely uneventful here, but I clearly sent a message that they're being watched. Been here, what, almost a half an hour. How long can they just sit here and do nothing? Probably down to 1%. Care 7. Current website 911 dispatched by PD or fire department. There, dude. Yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't more eventful, but that's good. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got their rights violated as far as I could see. I'm going to bail. See you guys.